Hey everybody, how's it going? So out of the various upcoming Disney Plus shows, the most interesting, at least to me from a concept perspective, is the Marvel What If series featuring Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. Now in this series, each of the 23 episodes will explore a similar period in MCU history but with a slight twist. For example, the first episode will feature a scenario where Peggy Carter takes the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers, and then I guess Steve Rogers will become a pseudo Iron Man of sorts, which I don't really know how that will work. I would think Howard Stark would do that, but who knows? I mean, it'll probably have its own little way of exploring that. But another episode in the series that's been teased as well features T'Challa being the child of Ego, so essentially Star-Lord, instead of Peter Quill. And for the video today, we're going to be talking about an episode which explores essentially the Marvel Zombies concept, but into the MCU, which is something that I know I never expected to see in any capacity with an MCU show. So in Marvel Comics, the alternate universe called Earth 2149 is home to the very popular iteration of Marvel Zombies, and in this Earth, a virus which is just usually known as the Hunger Virus was brought into this universe by an alternate version of Sentry. Now, due to Sentry's power level, it was speculated that he almost like punched a hole in reality, like Superboy Prime style, which allowed him to enter this universe with the virus, which then helped spread it, even though later it was revealed that actually the Watcher sent him back in time to make a closed loop so that the virus would not spread to other universes down the line in the future. But basically, when he arrived to this universe, it attracted the Avengers and other superheroes because of the power level the Sentry had. And this turns out to be actually what the virus wanted, because the Hunger Virus is actually sentient and intentionally seeks out powerful superhumans to help it spread throughout multiple worlds within a single universe, and then hopefully across other universes, which makes it quite unique and also extremely dangerous. And whether the MCU version will have these characteristics or not remains to be seen. But this was also because the virus understood that eventually it would consume all life within a single universe, so in order to keep going, it would need to jump into a different host that would be able to transverse different dimensions, different universes, things like that. And with all that said and done, when someone becomes infected through, biting into flesh, the host's personality, abilities, intelligence, etc. are retained, except for that person gets a huge urge to eat the flesh of another living creature. Now, if that happens, think of it similar to the type of hunger that is displayed by a being like Galactus, where the hungrier he gets, the less rational, intelligent, basically the less control they have over themselves. And this causes certain superheroes to perform acts out of their normal range of behavior, which then causes extreme guilt and shame for that hero. So for example, if Daredevil did that, he'd probably have a lot of guilt due to his heavy Catholicism beliefs, which, for killing someone out of cold blood like that, to kill them and eat them, all that good stuff, it'd probably really screw someone like Spider-Man, Daredevil, etc., while probably the Punisher would, kind of brush it off more than any other hero. But superheroes with an enhanced healing factor are better able to battle the effects of the virus, and also the only kind of cure, non-medical, for the virus is isolating the host for several weeks without food and stuff like that, which eventually it kind of burns out the desire for the cravings, except for unfortunately that host will still have decaying flesh and a pseudo immortality from being now an undead being. And while the version I'm describing here is the most famous iteration of Marvel Zombies, there's technically tons of other versions, concepts that the MCU can take inspiration from. So if they don't do a simple, original version of it, I wouldn't be surprised if again it's something similar to the famous Marvel Zombies. Now with the Marvel What If series, one of the most interesting parts of this episode is that it'll showcase Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, as the lead character against the Marvel Zombies. And while information is relatively scarce, from the first look we've seen in artwork, we can more or less confirm this sequence of events will take place during Captain America Civil War, that general time frame. This is because partially the outfits for Captain America and the Winter Soldier are very similar to their Civil War counterparts. And also because of this, it appears that what may be triggering the events of the Marvel Zombies for this MCU pocket universe is the biological weapon that Crossbones took in the beginning of Civil War, which was in Lagos, that the Avengers stopped him from spreading and potentially leaking out. So in this what if situation, potentially Crossbones expose people to that virus and it causes, I guess, this version of Marvel Zombies. So the plot from here could be the Winter Soldier attempting to find a cure for the zombies, or maybe working with Tony Stark to develop a cure. And considering that extremists technically exist in the MCU at this point, it'd be really cool to see if maybe Tony Stark would pull that out of his hat of tricks to fight the virus, because technically extremists allows for genetic manipulation and regeneration at a high level. So maybe Tony Stark using that could be the solution. And on top of that, an extra layer of drama and really to the dynamic between Winter Soldier and Tony Stark for this series would be the revelation of Tony's parents leaking out, which technically still could happen considering Zemo would be out and about. But leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about this, the Marvel What If series? Which episode appears to be your favorite? And what would you like to see throughout this series here and there? Based on kind of what they've teased so far, I would love to see maybe a Marvel What If about, I guess, essentially what if T'Challa's father didn't die? You know, he didn't have that, I guess, character arc basically of him becoming the King and Black Panther at the same time. What would that be like for the character? I think that'd be really interesting. I mean, for example, would Wakanda come out of the shadows, or would they still be hidden? I mean, those are interesting things I'd like to see, especially with Killmonger coming out of the blue. I mean, if T'Challa is not king, how would that be handled? So I'd be really interested in seeing a What If series kind of focusing on that. And at the same time, I would love to see a What If series about, I guess, the invasion of New York. I mean, like, what if Loki succeeded? What would have happened then? Or maybe for Xandar and stuff like that, what if Ronan did destroy Xandar? I mean, those are the kind of what ifs I'm really curious about. But leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching our video. If you guys liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and consider filling out the survey in the description below. It's just some stuff for us to find out ways we can better make our content, whether it's the lighting, the camera, you know, the audio, the video, whatever it may be. We want to make the best content possible for you guys here at HN. So just fill out the survey if you have a chance. Let us know. Put in the comments things we can improve upon. And we hope you guys liked the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys would like to see next time. And we'll see you guys later.